So use that voice.
Take two.
Dig deeper.
Deeper.
Temple of the Old Worm. Local hunters talk of disturbances coming from the abandoned temple in the old woods. Candlelight, chanting, rumbling, screaming. The village agrees to leave well enough alone until villagers begin to go missing. A reward is offered for the safe return of the missing townsfolk. The brave and the foolish answer that call. 4-player game. First ever 4-player game of Realms of Solace. And here we go. Three, you're out. A poison dart hits you and you die. So Emma?
Yeah.
That's all the starting equipment that you have to work with.
Chits.
Geoff. And then there's your stat tracker. So like your health, sanity, and will icons here. Health, sanity, and will. Those will start on these spots. And you can also see here health, sanity, will.
Got it.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't have very high sanity. I'm like almost crazy right away.
So we need to explore the temple, we need to find the villagers, and then we need to get the villagers out of the temple.
Got it.
There's a feral child running about the temple. We need to find and try to befriend the feral child. And when the old worm appears, we have a certain number of turns to try to defeat it. And that will shut down the cult that is sacrificing townsfolk to the old worm.
Right.
So that's our goal.
Okay, cool.
So you can basically move...
4.
Yeah, you can move 4 spaces. The first move is diagonal, but then from there on, it's all like normal movement.
I start like on these stairs?
Yeah.
So 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
I think I'm gonna stick with the fighter. 1, 2, 3, and 2 people can occupy.
I see that.
Up to two heroes can occupy the same tile at the same time.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's the end of the first round, and then the monsters would take a turn, but there's no monsters, so then we just continue.
How do I explore?
You're gonna explore side tiles, so you basically just draw like the top side tile. Those are shuffled.
Here I am. Flip it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you place it, and then you have to kind of place it like this. This is like the outer perimeter of the temple, and so it only can be placed this way. So you've explored that side tile, and now your turn's over. So it goes pretty quick until you actually run into encounter. Oh, and then there's no monster icon. There's no skull icons or discovery icons. This is an empty chamber, so there's just nothing in
So
this
we can
chamber.
keep moving through.
Yeah.
Explore. So I'm going to do one of these suckers, and we have instantly I can see the secret passages because I'm a thief.
You don't automatically get to go through the secret passages anymore. You have to do a stealth test. But you can detrap any trap immediately. You never get hurt by traps. And you can steal in village mode. You can steal 1 item for free, which is pretty powerful actually. And then disguise.
Yeah, sure. I'm still upset about stealth, the secret passages,
But it's a challenge rating of 7, and you have a stealth of 5, so you only have to roll a 2 or higher.
yeah, I hear you. Okay.
You can sneak from a lit space to a lit space. You're the only one that can do that. So you can basically like hide in light, not just in shadow. Like you found a robe in the corner.
What is this thing? I don't remember that.
This is a pit. This is a gap.
Can you cross it?
You have to. You can jump. You can jump over it, but you have to do an agility test. And if you fail, then you fall into the pit. You take a little bit of damage, and then you have to climb out. Should be moving me. Make sure I can move forward. Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just sitting around waiting for him to do something.
Yeah, that's right. So Emma's up.
Brutalist.
Who's by? Okay, wait, I'm having a hard time I'm seeing. So on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up.
Okay, so you move one, and then
Your
I'm
turn.
gonna explore.
Good one.
I place that one
Huh?
down. This one, only one of the 4 center tiles has an entrance into the inner sanctum, which is where we're trying to get. Well, we're also trying to find the people too, the villagers. But this just kind of loops back around and pops out over here. It doesn't actually
I
go
see.
into the inner sanctum.
I see that.
But see, there's like one red skull and one question mark. So I have to draw one monster.
The skulls are monsters.
Yeah,
Got it.
every red skull is a monster. So I hear chanting coming from there, and then there's a discovery item just beyond the chanting. So I can kind of hear chanting on the other side of the wall. So it kind of makes me think like, I wonder if there's a door there. And that's it. That's all I can do. So my turn's over.
What about this one?
Oh yeah. So that's
I go back and forth.
that's a discovery.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do that the whole game.
That's a good thing for a cleric to do. Be a little wishy-washy. Until it's time to raise the dead.
So,
Alright, it's your turn.
Does that mean there's people right
Oh,
there, or does it
so
mean
that's
you
a
can
that's
hear
a that's a
it
warning shit.
when
So
you're standing there?
that's where the yeah. So that skull means I drew a random monster and I put it on the warning side, and so it's sort of an inactive state. It's just like a warning, like ooh, there's chanting. There's something's going on there.
Got it.
But when there's direct, if I have line of sight on it, then I flip it over.
Got it.
But I don't have line of sight on it because there's a secret door in between us. There's like an S.
I see that.
Yeah. That chanting could be a cultist or it could be the priest. And the priest will automatically spawn many more cultists. So that's like the danger of like stumbling onto the priest and you don't know which one it is the priest.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything good that you can turn over? Or is everything
Well,
scary?
the
Like, you don't
monsters
wanna
the
turn anything
monsters
over?
are always scary,
Okay.
but the discoveries, these question marks,
Those can be
those might be villagers that we're trying to rescue.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the discoveries are mostly good, but there's a couple traps. And
Do you ever get loot? Like,
yeah, there's lost artifacts.
There's a lot of
too.
loot.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right,
there's
cool.
treasures, lost artifacts.
Got it.
Power weapons.
So, can I have a side tile, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Side tile.
Okay.
The chop and block. It's a classic.
Oh, really?
No doors so far.
No door so far.
Why do I have these pick tools?
Because there are doors,
I know,
and you're
I
gonna need
know.
to pick them eventually.
Okay, so there's nothing on there for her to expose.
Right. So that's it for her turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my roll for the secret passage. Secret passage 7.
It's a stealth check,
5 is my
so
stealth.
you have to roll 2 or higher.
Too bad I'm gonna get a
You
6.
just can't roll 1. Okay, so easily, and then you can immediately go inside after you do the roll.
Okay, so
Can you draw those chains like in Photoshop?
Yeah, I did all that in Photoshop.
1, 2. Is this count? Can I keep going, or can I just go through?
Technically, your action was a search, and then you can just do one move into
To
it.
complete the.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then on your next turn, you can just walk out. You don't have to.
Got it.
You now can go through this anytime.
Can
you
I
want.
Yeah.
follow him?
It's exposed now.
That was something we. I think we
Mhm.
decided it's exposed.
Yeah,
Like
it's
once
exposed.
once he discovered it, he left it open, and now
Mhm.
Jason can follow.
You just have to
him.
remember.
Yeah, you have to remember, which is kind of like a bug with the game, but I'm just tired of trying to solve all the bugs. So the question is, should I deal with the chanting and try to figure out what's going on over here, or should I bail? I could probably use a spell and try to figure out like in precog what this is.
I wouldn't sweat it.
Or should I save the spells for later? Because if it's a villager, we need to rescue him.
Well, if we keep exploring, can we come at them? Oh no. Yeah. Wait. You guys could come from this
out. You
direction.
could come at the discovery from the other side,
Yeah.
probably. And Geoff, you could actually sneak and probably not be discovered.
Okay, let's try it out.
Although I think if you're adjacent, Yeah, the rules now. If you're adjacent, he'll flip.
But I'm in dark. I'm in shadow there.
It doesn't matter though. If you're adjacent and in shadow, he activates. Adjacents always activate.
So basically every rule changed just to make it harder.
Lots of little rules change.
It was too easy before.
Got it. Okay.
But I mean, you can get some backup from the fighter. The fighter could be here waiting.
I hear you. So whose turn is it?
I think I'm gonna be able to go this way probably, and I'm gonna assume that you guys are gonna deal with the discovery, like one of you two probably, or both of you.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to do it?
No, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Now that you've neutered my character.
Sorry, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna hang with your Talus.
Brutalist.
What's up, dude?
Just chilling. Just walking around with my heavy armor.
Okay, Brutalist.
You want me to come back you up over here?
No, well, I don't care. I'll take
I think
them
2
off.
characters could take on whatever that is. Unless it's the priest, then it could be ugly, but we could race back or something.
You wanna wait?
Or we could all stick together.
No, let's just
too.
do it. Let's just, you guys do your thing. We have
Okay.
the equivalent of 2-player games going.
Alright.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool. Alright.
Okay, so let's do this, motherfucker. That's 1, 2, and I have to make another roll.
Yeah, but not yet.
Okay.
On your next turn.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go. I guess I'll explore this way, just so we cover all of our bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
Cleric.
Cleric is up.
What's cleric's name?
Leora.
Leora.
Dang
Pretty good at the
girl.
way it looks.
So
Oh, I got the entrance.
one monster.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, that's not the
No.
entrance.
It loops
Oh no, because it
around.
goes around.
Okay,
see
so
that.
scamper.
Uh-oh.
You hear a scampering in the distance, and then there's a discovery here which you can't reach.
Right. Yeah. but
Like
you can hear
you're
it.
here, the scamper's there, but you don't have line of sight because your
Mhm.
center dot goes through this solid wall to get to that center dot.
Mhm.
So you hear scampering, but you can't see it, so you're not activating it yet. So right now you're safe. Although I'm gonna be honest with you, like the fighter can
Very powerful.
liquefy
Scampering.
scampering.
Anything that
Yeah.
scampers.
Just so you know, since you've never played,
Oh, okay. Cool.
like
That's
a
good.
scamper is not a problem for you.
Okay.
It could be a problem for others, but not you.
Got it. Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
What is up with the little die on the at the edge of the tile?
Yeah, those are AI for the monsters. So when I'm controlling the monsters during the course of the game, if I need to randomly determine which way the monster goes, I'll roll a die and be like, I roll a 2, so the monster goes this way.
Okay.
And if I rolled like a 6, the monster would go that way.
Oh, I see.
It's just an easy way to determine like which way the monsters go.
Wow, you've really thought about this a lot, my
Like
friend.
way too much. Like, way. That was actually.
You ever have dreams where you're like a little grid character?
Yeah, that was a YouTube channel feedback.
Oh, brilliant.
It was really good feedback. I think that might have been Massimo, my Italian friend.
That's awesome.
We'll call out to the contributors.
You like wear a beret in his avatar.
Now, if it was another user, I'm gonna feel like shit.
You better check that before you
That
post
was
this.
actually lucky 7.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my roll for this secret passage here to see if I can discover.
Okay.
And there's no numbers on this secret passage.
Right, so
Am I assuming there's no numbers on any yet?
I think on this level there's no numbers.
Do you want to go ahead and take a note about that?
But in the rulebook it says if there is no number, it's a 7 because that's an average. It's like not hard, not easy. It's like
Okay.
a 7 is like an average.
So once
Says it in
again,
the rulebook.
my stealth is 5, so let's go for a roll of 6. 3.
So 8, yeah. So you easily discover the passage, and then you can take one step in.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sneak in.
Yeah. You did a stealth check to see if you could find the secret passage. You succeeded, so you found it. Which you can immediately move in after you do that. And then since you landed, you ended your turn adjacent to a discovery icon.
Mhm.
You have to immediately flip it over. You
Have.
don't collect it yet, but you can see what it is. Earthquake.
Trap.
Ooh, nice.
So
the
we
reason
got.
that's nice is because you're the thief, and you immediately, your special ability is you immediately detrap all traps. So you basically saved another character from potentially getting fucked by the trap. Yeah.
But I didn't get any goals, so that sucks.
You can't carry any gold anyway, so it kind of sucks to be.
But we basically cleared this, and then you don't have to deal with that chanting.
Okay.
Oh wait, we have to wait. I take that back. We have to roll on the trap table. You're still fine, but we have to see what kind of trap it was.
Okay.
So roll on the trap table. 1d6. 5. Darts. Yeah, so the darts shoot once. We remove it, and then normally, if it wasn't the thief, you'd have to do a dodge, which is an agility test, and if you fail, you take 1d6 health damage.
Okay.
But you're good.
Got it. Okay, good. So we're at a point now where.
So it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna explore the dungeon.
Oh, that's for your music. Or is it one of those Brian Eno ones?
I like the ones. Judy's in the bedroom.
Chanting.
Is that really ones?
Yeah.
Whimper.
Yeah, me too. First two, right?
Pretzels?
Jingling, jing.
No wonder we don't lose weight.
It's so fun though.
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
I'm just like.
I'm gonna explore.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, dude. I was like,
I was
He's
surprised.
fantasizing about summer vacation. Do you remember being at the marina? And the girls would come with their bikinis. You have to get them gas and they'd be really nice to you.
Flip it.
The purification pool.
I'm predicting the entrance to the core will be here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Whoa, Brutalis.
It's like those are
Brutalist.
Those are snacks.
Those are healthy Pringles.
They're healthy Pringles.
We have this ongoing conflict debate about the character
Tell us, Jeff.
that I invented the name of, pretty much invented this character for Rich's roll and write game, Dead Simple RPG that we played during the pandemic with Peter and Emma and myself. And we all came up, and for some reason the name Brutalist came to me because it's the coolest fighter name, like instantly. And then everybody started calling him Brutalis, like he was all like
He was a
high and
cologne.
mighty.
Brutalis.
Like he's a cologne or something. And every time he'd just be like, Brutalist.
Brutalis for men.
Brutalist. Get more and more irritated. So you're trying to make me highborn.
And it's actually Brutalis' turn, I think.
Brutalist.
Sorry.
You can't even say it.
I was busy domesticating.
You see the Game of Thrones
Okay, let me put on
preview?
my.
No, what is
The
that?
new Game of Thrones TV show.
Who's that about? Who's in that?
Matt Smith. He's a Targaryen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
I really appreciate how they use his alien face.
His face?
Alien face. Matt Smith's alien face for appropriate alien
I really
roles.
don't use it enough.
Okay, I want to start a little scamper, please.
You can do it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You told me I can liquefy it, so I'm
So basically, what you would do is you would just move adjacent to it.
like
Yeah.
one
and
or
yeah,
one,
that's it.
two, one.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you can't go through a
Got it.
monster.
Okay.
And then, since you're ending your movement adjacent to the scamper, it immediately activates because you're adjacent to it, and you have to do a conflict roll. Like now, you're in conflict with the scamper.
Now?
So we turn the scamper over, and as you can see, it's a psycho rat.
Oh hell yeah!
So now you're battling the psycho rat, and I have to like pull up the psycho rat monster card,
This is so fun.
and it's raging on you. And then down here we see
That's much better than my drawing of Psycho Rat.
alert all adjacent tile psycho rats in advanced 6. So there are no adjacent psycho rats, and so it's basically just on you, and then you have to do a conflict roll. So you have your broadsword,
Yes, sir.
and that's a might weapon.
Yeah.
And so you roll 1d6, and then you add your might score to it.
Got it.
4 plus might is 10, and then your broadsword is a long, sharp, heavy weapon.
Okay.
Is that right?
Well, thank you.
I see that it's heavy and that it's sharp. I don't know how to
And
tell if
then
it's long.
long is 3 chevrons.
Oh.
Medium is
yep,
2
it's
chevrons.
long.
Short is
Got
1.
it.
Okay.
And there's an asterisk on it too.
Oh yeah, that just means that special ability. It means check your special ability.
This one. Got it. Okay. Thank
So
you.
long, heavy, long, sharp weapon.
Oh, yeah.
You need a 9 or higher to hit the Secco Rat, and your
10.
result was a 10.
Yeah.
So you hit the Secco Rat. It only has 1 hit point, so you basically just like cleave the Secco Rat in half, and it's dead. Yeah, 5 or less, the Secco Rat would have actually hit you as well, and it would have done 1d3 damage plus extra damage.
Did you roll for the Secco Rat?
It's the same roll.
What?
Yeah, it's
Wait.
just one roll. Like we were done. Like so, 10 or higher, like 9 or higher is what you needed. You got it. The Secco Rat's attacking you simultaneously. It needed a 5 or less. So we're looking at the low end of the spectrum for the rat, the high end of the spectrum for you, off the same die roll. And so he missed you. You hit him. You killed him.
Got it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
You think you're pretty clever, don't you?
That's like dead simple, dude.
I was just trying to make it simple, you know? Like, low grind is what I was going for. So the
I got it.
Secco Rat's dead, and it's just laying here now. Dead corpses stay. They don't get
Okay.
removed from the board. So now there's a dead Secco Rat. If
Alright.
other Secco Rats stumbled onto that Secco Rat, you'd have problems. But it's not a problem right now. So
I didn't know that.
The chanting can't be a villager, can it?
no, it's a monster for sure.
Can I get some backup?
You may not need it. The thing is, you only have a dagger, but it's an agility weapon,
Alright, I'm
and
gonna
you
do it.
have high agility. So he's just as good with the dagger.
I'm gonna
as you are
Jason
with the
him,
sword.
and then I'm gonna expose him as some plain ass cultists, not the priest. And then I'm gonna attack his ass.
Okay. Yeah, so you ended movement next to him, so you have to do a conflict roll. So
And my conflict,
you have a dagger equipped.
my agility is 5, and my dagger, I don't know if it does anything bonus wise.
You just you basically just roll 1d6.
And good thing I'm gonna get a 6. 2.
2. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Short, light, sharp. You needed an 8 or greater,
Okay.
and you got a 7.
So I'm fucked. He's gonna attack me now.
Yeah, so you attack with the dagger, and you just like barely miss him. He kind of like dodges, and then on a 7 or less, he hits you. So it was a 7. So
Yeah.
he does hit you, but there's only one priest or one cultist, and so he does 1d3 damage to your health.
2.
So that's on a 1d3, that would be a 1.
Okay.
You know, so you just take 1 health damage.
Can I attack him again?
Not yet. Your turn's over.
Okay.
On your next turn, you can continue fighting him, or you can get out of it.
Do we change the threat level now?
Yeah, that's a good point. If anytime, thank you for reminding me, anytime a monster attacks you and hits you, it increases the threat level by 1.
Can I just look at it?
Mm-hmm. Just keep him.
I need to draw a random door. So on my last turn, I discovered the dungeon, but I forgot there was a door icon, and I was supposed to put a door right there. I just didn't see it. So now I'm standing here at this door. But see, there's 2 discoveries in there, and those could be villagers, but there's also some other shit going on. The Whimper is definitely the feral child, which you would know if you played the game like once. You'd know that the Whimpering is a feral child.
Okay.
This chanting could be the priest, or it could just be a cultist. But I feel like I need to go in here and like figure out what those discoveries are. I have to equip my spell book, so that costs a turn. So manage gear, it costs 1 turn. So I'm basically putting my magic staff away, and I'm like equipping my spell book, and I can't cast a spell until it's equipped, and I can't do that until my next turn. So I'm
I
done.
was wondering about that.
Okay, I'm gonna make another roll. I'm gonna just skewer this guy with a 6. 4.
Okay.
4 plus 5 equals 9.
And you needed an 8 or better, so you just like,
Shivved him.
yeah, you shivved him, and then he needs a 7 or less to hit you, so he misses you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you shiv the cultist. The cultist bleeds out inside the secret passage.
And I don't feel good about myself.
thinks
Just saying
about
that.
all the mistakes he's made in life.
Yeah.
and what led him to that point.
And then that was it. Do I get experience points?
No. No, you don't get experience for killing.
I
We
know.
get to level up.
Not yet. Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay. Okay, so now my spellbook's equipped. I'm just gonna cast a simple unlock spell, and it's gonna cost me 1d3 will to do it, and it immediately locks or unlocks any door, chest, or other lock. So 1d3, that would equal to, I take 2 points of will damage. So my will goes down to 6, but this door is now unlocked.
That must have been very frustrating.
I was like,
Why don't you just remove the door?
because it's still there.
We can still like
I could-
shut it if
I
we
could
have
lock
to.
it behind. I could cast another. I could lock it behind me
Mhm.
and potentially trap the whatever.
We
Oh,
Up the other way.
He did. He found it. There's a door though.
How does it go?
no, you had it.
Really?
We have
Like
to.
that?
Right?
No.
No.
There you go.
Like that?
Yep. Yep.
Part of the game.
That confused me.
It's part of the meta game.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking about that with this one. I was like, did we put the wrong tile there?
Oh, is that confusing?
Yep.
It just looks like something that should be on an edge.
I feel like I over-engineered
Yep.
the temple a little bit.
Yeah.
This door has a 6, which is not a super beefy door.
So this is our entry to the.
Yeah, that's the
The
entrance.
one.
That's the entrance to the inner sanctum, and then we got to do like.
Told you.
Chanting. You knew it all along.
Okay, so I think that's his turn.
Yeah.
And now it is Brutalist's turn.
Yeah. Side tile, please. Oh look. Oh, that's a dead end. Oh, that's nothing. Okay. I need a monster.
One monster coming right up.
The monsters are easier to see now.
Yeah, I made all the icons bigger. and
Yeah,
then,
that's
red,
way
and I
better.
made them red too.
Mm-hmm.
The tentacles, all that. You didn't have tentacles at all last time.
Chanting.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Like when you shake them up and you pull it out, there's a really good chance that you are seeing the monster, the
Right.
other side of the monster, which is like okay, because it's just us, but like
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
give away the priest.
Right.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that, and I think you would have to, if you were playing solo, you would have to stack the deck. You would have to stack the monster pool. So your own, so they're instead of pulling it randomly, you create a random stack,
Yeah,
and they're
I
all
got it.
warning side up, and that way
Right.
you don't know like what's.
Yeah.
But I was too lazy to do
even
that.
if you weren't playing random though,
Right.
you still don't want someone to be more.
Exactly.
Like
I'm kind of
advantaged.
playing like the dungeon master or whatever
Right.
tonight, but you're right.
But
If-
normally you are playing a character, so
If you were playing true co-op, you would want to stack the deck randomly instead of.
do you have a note about that?
It's something I've been struggling with since the conception of the game is like
Really?
yeah, it's like a bug. It's a long. I mean, Jeff knows it's been a long-standing bug, which is like warning side versus
Hmm.
active side, and how much should the player know, and blah blah.
Is
blah.
that the only? So far, that's the only situation that's come up in since we've been playing.
I think right
Are there
now
other-
that's literally the only bug that we've encountered.
Plus, like screwing Jax over.
Right. Plus making Jeff's character less powerful. You're both in shadow, so you don't have line of sight. If the chanting
Yeah.
would not have been in shadow, you might have had line of sight on it. So.
You might want to bump the shadow up a little darker.
Well, also the shadow spaces have square center dots, and the lit spaces have round center dots.
Okay.
So
Okay, so it's very.
I didn't know.
You know, it would be cool is if you made him like a little, like an eclipse, like what's that called?
Like a moon,
sliver.
okay. Yeah.
Moon sliver. So it looks like nighttime versus the sun. So around the
Right.
sun.
that's a pretty good idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on.
That would take a lot of work.
What it? Sorry, I don't. Sorry.
Let me
Okay,
just start
so-
over.
Jax is moving on from his
Sorry.
fight. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Table flip. Fuck this shit.
Let's see. Agility. What am I doing here? How many moves do I get? Oh, 4 moves. Okay.
Where are you?
I think he should have more than 4 moves.
Nope. That I'm sure of.
Move
The
4.
size of the tiles, you don't want to move more.
Yeah, because he's like fast. That's alright.
So you guys should think about coming around here. This is where the action is.
Shit's about to get real over here.
Yeah, let's call again.
See, huh?
Let's all get to the sanctum. Here's the door.
We all have to go in the one way.
I think
One
so.
way in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think before I go there, maybe I should just see if these are villagers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with that.
Okay.
Okay, so it is now.
It's my turn?
Yeah, it's what's the wizard's name?
Mavenor.
Mavenor's turn.
All right, so I'm gonna move 1, and I immediately flip this over. Oh,
Goal.
it's a villager. It's an objective token.
thank
So all 3
goodness.
of the objective tokens, A, B, and C, are villagers.
Okay.
Okay.
But then also I activate the whimper. But the wizard's a good one to deal with the feral child because the wizard has a high knowledge, which allows the wizard to try to like manipulate and befriend the feral child.
Famous last words.
I know.
Cool.
So I have to test knowledge. Mavenor has a knowledge of 6, so I automatically pass because no matter what I roll, I'm gonna get a 7 or higher, and so I basically talk the feral child into joining us. So the feral child is now going to basically be a part of our situation. Misplaced by the cult, a child roams the bloodstained halls of the temple. If your hero discovers and befriends the feral child, she will inhabit your hero's space for the rest of the game and provides a +1 to all conflict rolls.
Oh, I do know that.
So yeah, it's new. I just read it. I didn't remember writing it at all.
That's kind of cool.
It's good there's an incentive to having her.
Exiting the temple with the feral child is worth 2 experience points, and the villagers are only worth 1, so that's pretty huge.
Okay.
3 of the chits are objectives, representing villagers who have been kidnapped. When your hero discovers a kidnapped villager, place the objective chit on the hero card.
You should do that with the feral child too, because it's gonna be
Yeah, I can put the feral child on my card. We just have to remember to get the bonus.
It's
the
on you,
conflict
buddy.
rolls. The villager is now in the care of the hero. If your hero exits the temple with the villagers, those villagers have been rescued and saved from the evil cult. Each rescued villager is worth 1 XP. So right now I have 3 XP. But if we all get out, we can split the XP. That's normally how you do it. So it's co-op. So we're all trying to like get XP with each other. And that's it. My turn.
Off topic, these plain pretzels are not plain. They're like super buttery.
Well, yeah.
They call them
they're
plain,
dots.
but they're like more flavorful
They're
than.
dots, baby.
They're like that fake butter.
Whose turn was it? My turn?
Yeah.
Did you
So
try
I'm
to
gonna
help
try
it?
to open this door.
Okay, so
I have a, this is about stealth.
to try to open the door, you basically have to kick it down if you don't have a key.
Oh, really?
Or you can use your scroll. If you try to kick the door down, whether you succeed or fail, it increases the threat level because you make noise.
Oh, no.
Or you can use your scroll to cast an unlock spell.
I don't want to waste my scroll on that.
Right. So you basically do a might test.
I'm on my way
So what
though.
would I need to roll to,
So the door is a 6. It has a 6 on it. So and what's your might?
3?
3 plus. You have to roll a 3 or better.
Ooh.
Okay, so you actually destroy the door. It just like blows off the hinges. But also you increase the threat level. Because no matter what happens, like you're making noise. you know?
I can remember that.
Okay, smash. If your hero occupies a space adjacent to a locked door, they may attempt to smash it open. Test might using the numeric value on the door. On success, the door or other smashable item or feature has been smashed. Remove it from play. On fail, it remains intact. You take 1 health damage. Regardless of the outcome, your hero makes noise. The threat level increases by 1. And all monsters in that tile, as well as walkable adjacent tiles, are alerted. Okay. So
So these guys are gonna turn over.
well, that's not walkable, but this one is. So this dude's alerted.
Yeah.
This is a normal.
Hell yeah! He just bashed through there. He's just chilling, trying to play his little lute or something.
Yeah.
He was like drinking some wine. He was eating some bread or something.
And some
Ah!
buttery pretzels.
Here comes the cleric.
So he's alerted, but that's the end of the turn, and he's not adjacent to you. So when it gets back around to me, then I will move that cultist. He will close in on you and fight you.
I will fight him back.
Okay, so it is
We'll
now
see.
Brutalis's turn.
I don't know. My brain math was that I can keep exploring this way, or we can just go all in here and like do the thing.
I think the game's on. We got to get in there.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping.
Yeah, I got to go back the cleric up.
Your door's all the way over here.
Yeah, better start walking.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I may actually just
Done.
walk through the wall,
Yeah,
like Geoff did that one time.
you like that?
You walk through a wall?
Hell
Yeah, I have a spell.
Like over here?
Yeah, I can just walk through that wall.
I wish I had
Remember
a
that one
spell.
time?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Oh, you'd have to do it twice, right?
Well, yeah, I have to figure it out, like the optimal route. I'd probably go like that.
All right, so it's my turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to catch up with this overzealous zealot. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
and then Leorilol.
Nope. My turn.
Remember that guy?
But before I go, I'm just gonna move monsters before I go each turn. I think that's the easiest way. So one of us has to move monsters, and I'll do that since I know the game best. Cultist is alerted, so it's gonna pursue. Pursue. Advanced forward toward closest hero. So Leora is the closest hero. So this
You turn it
cultist
down.
is gonna move here. And since the cultist ends adjacent to you, you have to do a conflict roll.
What am I hoping for?
Well, you have a fighting staff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a light, long, blunt weapon.
That's what she said.
So you have to roll a 6 or better.
There's something better than a 6.
But it's an agility weapon. Your agility's 4, so you need to roll a 2 or better.
Wait, what was that sound?
Sorry.
The
Oh, shit,
first roll is
dude.
probably better.
Oh no, dude! You rolled a natural 1 too. That's the
Oh.
worst. You never want to roll a
I
1.
got a prayer though.
Oh yeah, you can repeat.
Yeah, dude. Oh wait.
Good way to
Let's-
use
let's,
your-
let's
There you
make sure
go.
here real quick.
Got a Bon Jovi prayer.
Reroll any roll you just made must use the new result. You definitely want to use your prayer.
Just don't get a 1
Did
again.
you decrement the prayer?
Not yet.
Okay, do that.
Which way does it go? It goes
Down, yeah. And then re-roll that 1.
Good concept.
There you
4.
go.
Four.
Thank God. Okay. So let's see. 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay, so you definitely like bashed the cultist in the brains with your fighting staff.
Gave him a COVID test.
Yeah, he's got bleeding in the brain now. He's totally screwed up. And
Nails will swab you.
so he's out. But he's laying on the ground. He's incapacitated. Let's say that you didn't have the prayer. Like, you rolled a natural 1, and a natural 1 will add another cultist alerted, and they could potentially capture you.
Oh.
No, if there's 3 cultists, they can bind you, and then you basically end up like as
Worm
a sacrificial. Like, yeah.
Wake up snack.
That's things going very wrong
Yeah.
right there.
So you basically prayed to the gods and like got out of that. But we don't have prayers, so if that would have happened to us, more cultists would have piled on if we rolled a natural 1.
Or would you have to take him out of there? Or?
Yeah, I'd take them out of here, put them next to that cultist, and then all of a sudden you're fighting multiple cultists. The reason the cultists are easy because there's only 1, but if you stumble onto the priest, or if you roll a natural 1, then all of a sudden there's multiple cultists, and they're all of a sudden super deadly.
Okay, so Brutalist is
Yeah, I'm just walking.
Okay.
Okay, go.
okay, here we go. I'm gonna go back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right on top of his body.
Yeah, you're basically standing over the incapacitated cultist.
Does that mean dead? Like, can I?
It's basically dead. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not going to come back to life.
Okay, so it's now Mavenor's turn.
I think I'm just going to deal with this chanting so I can get to this discovery as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I could walk through this wall, but it would inflict some damage.
Mm.
It may be easier just to deal with the chanting. So I'm going to go
We're gonna have to deal with that guy later, eventually anyway.
2, and then I end adjacent, so I flip this over. Ooh, it's another villager.
Oh,
So
good.
now I've gotten 2 of the 3 villagers that we need to rescue, and the feral child.
Yeah, posse.
And then I end adjacent to the chanting. Fortunately, it's not the priest.
Okay.
And then I have to do a conflict roll. I don't have a weapon. I have my spell book. So
You better start reading.
Better start mumbling, buddy.
I basically I don't get a roll. No, I have to roll for the monster.
Yeah.
So I can only use 4, and that's my roll. My roll is 4.
I know. I was very scared.
I think this is another bug with the game. If you don't have a weapon equipped.
You should be able to fight with your hands.
Yeah, but I don't have a system in place for it. Like there's no.
Oh. If you're the kind of person who doesn't have a weapon, it's probably a 1.
Fair enough.
Spoken like a real fighter.
Brutalis.
Brutalist.
4 men.
There may be a rule. I need to reread the rule book, but I'm also going to do it for you guys. So let's just say I roll 1. It seems hacky though.
You don't have any spells?
I have to use that as my action. It's not part of a conflict roll. But I have the feral child, so I get to add 1 to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's 7.
Rely on
But
the
7
poor
or-
child
And
to
the
protect you.
guy and the villagers help you with something.
Nah.
Although I would say that child would be more
That'd be
familiar with that chanting person.
No, the feral child's they're connected.
pack
The
them
feral
up.
child
wouldn't
has
be
been
feral.
the feral child's been hiding from the cult for years inside the temple.
Okay. Okay.
So I think I have a 7. I have a 6 for my knowledge plus a 1 for the feral child. But the cultist only needed a 7 or less to hit me. So he does 1d3 damage. So that's a 3. He does 3 health damage to me. So my 8 health goes down to 5 health. And that's the end of the turn.
Do you,
I would have to say you like taking a turn to arm stuff is just
Hi, all guys.
do you
it's a bit of weak sauce.
No, I think with a tactical game like this, it should take time to equip stuff.
I don't know, people. What do you think? Tell us in the comment section. Weak
Argue.
sauce.
Oh, I see. Playing
have a fight?
the channel
No.
off me now.
I
Fight.
legit think it's weak sauce.
Okay, question though.
And everyone will agree with me.
How many of you guys can't defend yourselves if you come face to face with a monster?
I've
I
been
have a
doing.
fighting staff,
I've been doing
Okay.
well.
but not
So
like
it's
you.
just
I have a magic staff, and it would have been fine, but I didn't have it equipped.
But you can't
I was still
have-
just like carrying
Yeah,
around my
I got
spell
you.
book, like la di da di da.
And you can't hold it with one hand, the spell book?
It's heavy, bitch.
so you should have used all those knowledge points to like get rid of it before you kept moving. Not really. You
Wait,
should've-
what? What I should
You
have.
should have. As soon as you used it, you have to then spend a spell putting it away.
You have to spend 1 turn
Yeah.
managing equipment.
Yeah.
So what I should have done before I stepped in here was taken 1 turn to swap back.
So as soon as you get it out, then you have to put it away.
Yeah.
No.
Because that's fair. Think about it. You have this
It's really
huge book
powerful.
you're carrying on your back. You want to cast a spell. You got to stop. You got to take your backpack off. You got to take the book out of it. You got to open it. You got to find the spell. And then you got to like cast it. And then, but your staff is now laying on the ground or somewhere.
Right?
That's like unlike every poster we've ever seen of a wizard for our entire lives. There's always like a staff and a magic spell.
This spell book's heavy as shit, dude.
Why? For
No,
your
it
like
makes
6
sense.
spells that you give them?
It makes sense.
You got a
So
bunch of
there was like a
spells.
user error.
Yeah.
You didn't switch back.
As a player, I screwed up.
Yeah.
I should have spent 1 turn to manage equipment. Yeah. Your turn, Jason.
I moved over to there.
Oh.
I'm not clear if I can.
So you immediately flip this over, and you just found gems. You have to wait till your next turn to pick them up, though. But
Do I have to?
you don't have to. But
Wait, no, you get to grab stuff as soon as you flip
I
it.
have room. That's it. Discard stuff. You carry.
no, you flip it over as soon as you discover it. But then you have to use a pickup action.
Okay.
I have a compromise solution to your spellbook problem.
There's no
What if-
compromising with him.
No, between the two of you. What if as soon as if you use your action to get your spellbook out, at the end of that turn, it automatically goes away and you get your thing back. So you only have to use one turn to get it out and put it away and use it, but you don't have to use a second turn to put it away. So it's like, I'm going to take a turn to get it out. The next turn, I use it and the put away. Basically, the put away is like included. But,
yeah, but that would be.
But you have to do it.
That would be a weird exception to the rule of equipping items. It would be the one. It would be the one corner case where unequipping an item is free.
Right.
So it would be a special rule.
Well.
I just think
Yeah.
The answer is I should have taken one more turn to manage equipment, and then I would have had a fighting weapon.
I guess that's fair. If I got my crossbow out and I didn't put it away, and then I ended up near somebody.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so let's move on.
No, we're just talking through
It is now. I know. Now it is Brutalist's turn.
Brutalist.
I'm just walking.
Okay, so
Coming.
I'm gonna commit to this whole
Siege.
chamber thing, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, and I'm gonna flip, and it's another trap.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Uh-oh.
So roll on the trap table. It doesn't matter because you trapped it already, but let's see what it was.
I'm glad I'm getting these. 1.
One, hit. Place a gap chit directly under the hero.
Okay, so give me a gap chip.
There's the gap, but you automatically...
Can I choose where to go?
Yeah, you can go anywhere.
Did
Okay,
that
so-
lake splits thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and go here.
Okay.
It's adjacent. I'm gonna be set to discover for that.
Let me check that real quick.
Wait, what?
It says put the that's a trap, but I don't fall for traps because I'm a thief.
Yeah, but why isn't the trap on the thing right?
Because the rule of that trap is to place the gap under the hero.
We rolled on the trap table.
Because you were adjacent to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird.
It's a little bit weird,
That's
but that's like a good trap though.
Yeah, I mean...
They would have like a chest,
Right, like open.
and the chest would be like
a trip
there,
line, like-
I got you.
and
That
then the
makes sense.
floor caves in.
I need to check something real quick. The inner sanctum. Of the 4 inner sanctum map tiles, only one contains a passage that actually provides a walkable access to the temple's perimeter. From the temple's perimeter tiles to the inner sanctum. Once a hero enters a space of the inner sanctum itself and has line of sight on the center wormhole, place any unplaced tiles of the inner sanctum. The hero can now see the inner, the entire 4 tiles. If at this point the worm has not yet been drawn and the rumble is not yet counting down, I thought I was like missing something here.
It's kind of important.
On the stat tracker, find the worm chit and place it on the center wormhole face up. The ritual of the old worm has begun.
Oh, that was
Okay.
like moves and moves ago.
Was it? How many moves ago was it?
They're both in there.
Should we? Maybe we don't retro. Maybe we just move forward.
Never retro.
Okay.
No. Just do it now.
Okay, so let's get
Sorry,
2
guys.
discovery tokens
No, it's
here. 2
Okay.
discovery tokens.
So raise the threat
I'm a
level.
lot closer
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
than I should
One right
have
there.
been.
And there's also that was that. And then there's a door token right there.
Well,
Was-
actually, the fact that the threat level's not too high right now is going to benefit us right now because I'll read the ritual of the old worm and you'll see how it works.
Okay, so there's the door token.
Okay.
I can't remember you drawing this.
Anything else?
Wow, easy.
Sorry. I just want to see the
Brutal
word.
is.
Shake. Earthquake.
Okay, so let's get a standee for the worm.
Okay, but
Oh,
let
yeah.
me. Yeah. Okay.
You read. I got this. That's the wormhole. Oh, there's skulls and stuff in there.
What skulls?
Yeah, you're right, Emma. You're the only one that's ever taken the time. Thank you.
Yep,
Well, I
you're
saw
welcome.
them here, and I
From-
saw the same texture to use twice, so.
I never noticed.
Shit, called me out.
Shut up.
Am I
Well,
right?
that's true. Now that I see that, I see that.
Because I know you didn't
Damn it.
draw a rectangle like that. You just sliced it. Stampy.
That's harsh, man. You're a Photoshop.
That is harsh.
hater.
From a
Alright.
distance, it doesn't really look like. It looks like something else.
It's more
But
like
when you
the-
get really up close to it, you realize
It's more like the clone hole.
Yeah,
It does
it
look
turns
like-
out like I have no idea what I'm doing. That's like a big part of the problem. Spawn 4 cultists, one on each of the red circled spaces surrounding the wormhole. Each turn during the scenario phase, that's me. The worm eats one of the 4 cultists. After 4 turns have passed, the worm has eaten all 4 of the sacrificed cultists and will recede back into the wormhole for the duration of the scenario. Any hero that wishes to battle the old worm must be present in the inner sanctum during the ritual. The 4 sacrificial cultists will not engage with the hero, but any other cultists in the inner sanctum at the time will engage with the hero. After the ritual of the old worm is complete, all 4 sacrificial cultists have been eaten, or the worm has been defeated by a hero. Spawn any currently unused cultists on the entrance to the temple. Alerted.
We have to kill it now.
I understand.
We have to kill it in the next 4 turns.
Whose
there's
turn
a
is it right now, though?
situation, though?
I forget whose turn it is.
The
That
trap
was it.
opened up underneath me, and then
And you dodged it, and then I realized that we didn't trigger the ritual.
okay, so now it's the Mavenor's turn.
Question,
Thank you.
Brutalis.
Brutalis.
Brutalis would like to posture.
Yes.
You may or may not know this, but one of the occultists that you pulled is a priestess. Priest.
Yeah,
Priester?
and I don't think we have any other cultists
Does it matter?
to pull, so that
You're sacrificing the priest?
you can only pull up to the number of cultists that you have somewhere.
I guess my question is, how do you decide
That's your
which
game
one it
name right
eats?
there.
It doesn't matter. It's just a timer.
Right.
It's an elaborate timer. So now it's my turn, but before I go, I have to move all the like baddies.
Got it.
So the worm is going to eat a cultist. Gobble. And so the other cultists are here waiting to be eaten because that's their lot in life.
Mm-hmm.
This cultist is dead. This cultist has not been alerted yet. Although actually, I think it said alert all unalerted cultists. In that last thing I just read.
I'm not good at auditory processing, so
Yeah.
I should have learned that in elementary school, like saying that sentence.
yeah, it's really important.
It would have just beat me even more.
Aw.
So all unalerted cultists alert at the entrance to the temple. So they're just like an extra like shit we have to go through to get out.
Can I use my poison on a cultist and
What?
let the worm eat him, and then kill the old worm through poison transfer?
Let's wait until we get back to you. And then since I'm still moving monsters, and this monster is adjacent to me, so I have to do another conflict roll. So
And you haven't armed yet.
I haven't armed yet. That's right. So my roll is 6 plus 1 for the feral child. That's 7. So I don't even roll, and so it's gonna hit me again for 1d3 damage. 3 more damage. Shit,
I
man.
thought you were gonna be better wizard than this.
Are you ever gonna have a chance to?
Yeah, that's why it's a
Arm yourself?
flawed
No, because it's
system.
my turn now, and I can flee,
What's the
Or arm
little
yourself.
feral
or
child
I
gonna
can
think
arm
of
myself, or I can cast a spell, which is what I'm gonna do.
Will
obviously.
it chase you if you flee?
Yes, because it's
Hmm.
alerted, and in
Mhm.
its alert state it pursues.
Okay.
So I have to cast a spell. It's my turn. I have the spell book equipped. Oh, also, this magic cloak should have subtracted 1 damage each time.
We'll do it this time at least.
Well, I should take 2 damage off
Yeah,
for the
you
magic.
should.
I've taken 2 hits,
Mhm.
but it should have done like 2 less damage. So my health is at 4, not 2.
We talked about that before, where you should have modifiers on the stat tracker. For your equipment, you should have that on the stat tracker.
Okay.
Just run away, man.
Really?
Yeah, but he'll catch me because we have the same speed. I think I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. Wait.
Yeah, shut the door after
1,
you.
2, 3.
And shut the door.
But then I can't do it till my next turn.
You can shut it. Yeah, at your next
Yeah,
turn.
but he'll get 1 more hit on me and then I can lock the door. But he doesn't. Locks don't affect him.
Oh, well, you're screwed.
Just run all the way to the pit.
Man, I got in a real pickle here.
Yeah, it's a flaw.
Oh, maybe no, it's not a flaw. It's a like I played poorly. What I need to do is equipment.
Can you
I need to take this turn to switch my equipment out. And then I can actually fight him.
yeah,
Done. Technically, I need to do a conflict roll because at the end of my turn, I was adjacent to him. At the end of the monster's turn, he was adjacent to me. But then at the end of my turn, I was adjacent to him. So I have to do another conflict roll.
Right now.
Yeah. So see, I roll a 6. This is an agility weapon. My agility's 4 plus 6 is 10. And it's a light, long, blunt. So I got 10 as the roll. I needed a 6 or better, and I had a 10 total.
Did that play out right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit me, and then I switched weapons, and then we had to do another conflict roll. But now I have the magic staff equipped. It's an agility weapon, long, light, blunt. I roll a 10. I only needed a 6. He needed a 7 or better, which he didn't get, so he's dead.
There you go.
like, can I do that? Do I still have to fight them though? Are they
No.
gonna pursue me?
Yeah, they'll pursue you.
They'll pursue you, but you don't have to fight him yet.
Yeah, you can get to him whenever.
We'll take
Alright.
it again later.
They're gonna come
Bring it.
after you,
Bring it.
but then you can just fight them whenever.
Bring it.
Okay, I'm gonna for my turn. I'm
Ready.
going to arm as well, and
Get bomb loaded up.
get that bomb loaded up. And I'm going to have to. Nope, I could put it in here. Get that bomb ready to rumble, and then it is now
My turn.
Mavenor's turn.
Monsters first. So, the worm eats one more cultist.
The priest.
These 2 cultists advance, and they end next to you. So you have to do a conflict roll
Okay,
against
cool.
2 cultists,
That doesn't matter though.
and you have your
Numbers.
broadsword equipped.
Right, the hits too.
Oh,
natural one.
shit!
What do I do?
I cast one, or you can cast one to change it though. Do you have to be
No.
line sight?
No.
No, you can't. You can't re-roll other people's rolls, only your own.
You used to be able to.
No.
Okay.
Okay, now what?
All right. So your roll was might, which is what?
6.
6 plus 1 is 7. Long, sharp, heavy. You needed a 6 or better to hit.
Oh.
So you hit 2 instead of 1 because
Yeah.
you have a broadsword. So you actually kill both these cultists
With a 1?
with 1 hit. But we have to see what they did to you while you were doing
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
because it
'cause
all
I guess
happens
it's a lot.
simultaneously. So they needed a 6 or less, which they didn't get. But I'm sorry, they needed a 7 or less plus 2,
Oh.
which is 9 or less.
Why?
So
So I
they-
rolled a 7.
Yeah, so they did hit you. So they do 1d3 damage plus 2 because there's a second cultist. So roll a die.
You have a D3?
No, but we just like fake it. So 3 plus 2 is 5, so they do 5 health damage
Holy
to
shit.
you.
What the
But you have a lot of
fuck?
health, so you're okay.
What about the natural one?
Yeah, and then we do it with a natural one. See, that is why like multiple cultists are very dangerous, whereas one cultist is not dangerous. So they're dead, but they hit you pretty bad during the scuffle. But then you rolled a natural 1, so we add 1 more cultist, and it's alert. So we're basically just gonna, I think for the sake of convenience, we're gonna turn this cultist back over. And so now there's 1 cultist,
Okay.
and he's alert. And I think that's
That's
it.
cool.
And now it's my turn. So I think I'm just gonna try to meet up with you guys. 3, 4.
Cleric.
Okay. How close to the worm do I have to get before I can cast a spell on it?
Line of sight.
It depends on the spell that you want to cast. Are you gonna try to do your scroll?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's all the spells you can cast.
Uh,
I can help you if you
yeah.
want. Okay.
Here.
So blast will cost you 1d6 health to even cast it, but it produces a very large shockwave. All the doors are destroyed within line of sight, and then all heroes within line of sight, other than you, take d6 health damage. You would actually injure him if you did that.
Mm-hmm.
But then all monsters would take 1 hit. All adjacent monsters take 2 hits. Burn. Any one space on the caster's tile burns, so you could try to burn it. Door, sludge, debris, items burn. Monsters on the space take 1 hit. The entire tile is lit when space burns. Fireball. Super hot fireball originates from the caster, incinerating everything within line of sight until it hits solid stone. Columns, single space walls are replaced with debris. Fireballs travel only in the 4 cardinal directions, but you are aligned with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you could use fireball.
It might kill this villager though.
No, it's
No,
straightforward.
it's a straight. It's like a
Okay.
missile kind of.
Right down the square.
Yeah, it only goes in the 4 cardinal directions along a row of spaces, not diagonally. All chits in their path are destroyed and removed from play, including small, humanoid-sized, and large monsters. Exception, giant monsters take 1d3. So that's probably the one to use, because you could potentially kill them.
Yeah, and it won't hurt the.
Yeah.
Thing.
So do you want to try fireball?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so the first roll is how much damage you take. So on a 1d3, that would be 2, plus 3 is 5.
Jesus.
It's 1d3 plus 5. Well, it's a powerful spell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it should
Yeah.
be harder
There's
for
some
him to cast.
consequences.
And now, so he's cast fireball successfully. He's incurred some damage, but now we're gonna see how many hits the monster takes.
All of them. Yes.
3.
Natural
He
6.
just destroyed the.
Nice.
The worm.
The old worm had 3 hit points, and the fireball did 3 hit points of damage. So basically, the cleric like opens the scroll and reads it and casts this huge ass fireball, which burns the cleric's hands, but immediately destroys the old worm.
And my scroll's spent, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your scroll's done. We have actually gained all the XP we can gain, except for there's one villager we can try to find, or we can just get out of here. It's up to you guys.
But what happens to the chanters?
Yeah.
We kill those
Don't they all die?
motherfuckers.
Now they come after you.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
because the fireball was a linear hit. These guys were not eaten by the old worm. So now they're like, what the fuck? And so now they're going to come after you.
Brutalist, your
All right,
turn.
what do you guys want to do? I think I have to fight that guy, or he's gonna attack me.
You can
Where
keep
do I
running.
Well,
decide?
you can move away from him, or you can fight him right now. Or you can do something else. You can...
We need you.
Do I have to get through that?
What does that sound?
That was my shoe.
Oh.
Do I have to get through this?
You would have to jump over that.
No, that trap is open. That secret door is open.
Oh, right. You can just go through the secret passage.
Oh, this way?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, unless we're leaving.
Good
Nah.
job,
Go
Claire.
that way.
Let's see
Yeah,
here.
good job,
You might as well clear this. You might as well, like...
1, 2, 3, 4, and a flip.
that.
Gotta pay the bills.
The thief has been finding all the traps. Oh, sweet.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah. Well, no, next turn. Pick it up.
Okay, it's a lost shield, which I can't even carry.
It's a lost artifact. And you're right, you can't carry it. The fighter has to carry it. The cultists end up next to you, so they're gonna... And then this cultist... 1, 2, 3... And then these cultists... You have to do a conflict roll against 2 cultists now.
I don't have any.
And you don't have any weapons, so you don't even roll. You basically can use your highest score, which is agility. You can actually use knowledge to fight them, so 5. Your roll was 5. That's your total.
Okay.
They needed a 7 or less, plus 2 because there's 2 cultists, so a 9 or less. And you needed... Yeah, see, that's where the breakdown is. We don't know what you needed. But they definitely needed like a 9 or less. So they hit you, and they do 1d3 damage plus 2 because there's a second cultist. So roll. They do 1 plus 2, so that's.
So
3
he's dead.
damage. Where his? So your health is 0 now. You're not dead. You're just incapacitated. But you need a cleric to heal yourself.
That's alright. I really just wanted to kill the monster.
You did it.
He killed the monster, but I think the
Wow.
cultists fucked him up.
You sacrificed
I'm
yourself.
good with that.
He's not dead yet, though.
Yeah.
Actually, I think, but we decided the magic user doesn't have a healing spell, though, does he?
That's kind of a flaw.
You decided that, white boy.
Jesus. It was gonna be racial.
Dear children.
Because I wanted the magic user to like. I wanted the cleric to be a healer, but the magic user to have like,
We know.
like damage magic.
Yeah.
He's
Fun
more like a
magic.
sorcerer,
Be nice to have like one spell.
I know.
Not that you necessarily use it.
or just even like a healing concoction or something.
Yeah.
Do you have any potions for healing?
Yeah.
The cleric does.
Well, I can take his potion, give it to him as potion, can I?
Yeah, I guess in theory, anybody adjacent could like harvest
Yeah.
ingredients and
Potion
make a
cleric,
potion.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll for the tentacle dude?
Yep.
Alright. I don't know what else to do.
Threat level 3.
I don't remember rolling for that.
Nobody's landed right next to it.
I think that rule may just go away. Yeah, so you're good.
All right. So,
No, it's good. You should like.
what happens if I throw a bomb right now?
Why would you do that?
Just to
And
kill
not
some
what?
stuff.
You'll injure the cleric.
All right.
I'm
I'll
alright
do
with
that. I'm gonna go ahead and arm the dagger.
I feel like I could have been a lot more help if I could have gotten there faster. I
Okay.
love Gil.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So they don't dicker over dead guys, practically dead guys.
Nah, they think the cleric's dead at this point.
Okay. So it is now Mavenor's turn.
Do we have to fight because they're right there?
Yeah, you're right. Comfort roll.
Yeah, conflict roll for the
And
fighter.
don't you go between?
No, it's your
you have to do a conflict
whoever
roll.
they're touching. They're adjacent to.
Even though it's not your turn.
It is 6. It's close enough. 5
So 5 plus 6 is 11.
You
Right.
betcha. They should
on both
be
of
dead.
them.
All right, so good job, fighter.
Mavenor, go get the other villager. Wait, you're fumbling around with your fucking spell book.
Wait, isn't it your turn?
No,
No, it's my turn.
because
The
we were
monsters
playing
just-
the monsters
just
turn.
went.
Oh, but I went.
Yeah,
It was me.
but you weren't actually going. You were just
No, I
No, I
armed.
did. Oh, you armed.
Armed
Okay.
myself. Go find the other villagers.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, now it's the cleric's camp. Never mind about that. Brutalist.
Oh wait, the cleric has to decrement his sanity and will,
Oh, right.
because when your sanity and will reach 0, then you're actually dead.
What does the word decrement mean?
Like decrease. Sorry.
Like decorate,
Oh,
except in a negative way.
So just roll.
No, you don't even roll. You just move them down each one.
Oh, that's not very much.
Right. Maybe
I
they
think
should.
it'll be fine.
Don't give him an option to fuck you up more, because every time he rewrites the rules, he's
Well,
like,
I mean, we're doing pretty well.
thinks
here.
he's coming up with clever things just by screwing you up a little bit more.
Jeez.
I think we're doing pretty good.
We're doing great.
Alright, so
Your turn.
Brutals.
Step over all those dead bodies.
I'm trying. I'm just going for this dude.
You can't get
Jax,
there.
aren't you in there?
Why don't you go? I'm gonna go heal
I
him.
think
Go
so.
this
I'm gonna
way.
walk through walls. Don't worry.
Go
about
this
it.
way.
You can go over here if you want.
So you get that one. You
Okay.
get that one. I'm
Okay.
gonna keep exploring.
Okay.
I can't get this one.
Why not?
I can do it.
Oh.
I'll just walk through wall twice.
You want me to keep
Oh, but that
exploring?
can kill me.
Yeah, I
How
know.
about I just kill that guy so we can get out?
Yeah, do that.
Well, we can get out. That's no big deal. Why don't you go over here and start exploring?
Maybe just see if there is an objective over here.
Okay,
That's
okay,
the
okay,
cheapest
okay,
thing to
okay.
do right now.
Okay, that's no rolling then. Okay. 1, 2.
Okay, and then here I go. I'm gonna go my 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm done there.
Monster scale.
Monster turn.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Not adjacent.
Not much
Not
monsters
adjacent.
left.
Mavenor, do your thing.
Maybe or should I risk? walking
No,
through?
no, just go over here. Okay. And then cleric is decrementing.
Decrease.
Oh, just one.
We need to-
Will, sanity.
Are we gonna like try to help him?
I'm trying to walk over there.
Oh, you're going. Okay,
Yeah.
you're going toward him. Cool.
I lived a long life.
No, you didn't.
Hang in
Bald
Let's get
head.
that thing.
there. Hang in there. Dude.
Okay, so Brutalist.
So much better over here.
May I please have a side tile? Why are they?
Oh wait, no, corner tile.
Corner. I was just gonna ask. Why are they?
No worries.
I got it. Okay, cool.
Okay, so it looks like we have one door here, one discovery, and one monster.
Okay, discovery.
Oh, perfect. I can get the discovery without disturbing the monster.
I don't think it matters at this point.
Or doesn't
Well, you're gonna have to bust that door down, which is gonna raise the threat level. In fact, that threat level should have gone up anyway, Rich,
it? Why?
when the worm died.
Yeah, but the threat level only mattered.
Everybody's
for the
on
worm.
the
Just
board.
playing by the game, man. Just playing by the game. Playing by the rules. And so chanting. Okay, cool. So that is whose turn was that?
She's done.
No, it's my
The-
turn. Okay, so I'm gonna go up and get his herbs and do a concoction.
That would be a pickup. You can't do that till next turn.
Of course.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, dude. All right, so.
The mechanics of like the move and pick up is way too much.
Cultist goes.
The arm and
Conflict roll,
Pick up.
Brutalis, Brutalist.
we haven't done
Okay, what's
any
your-
torches this whole
Six.
game.
Six.
Because these are
six,
all lit.
Six.
It's
Okay.
like the mechanics is way too heavy.
Can I get your psychic energy here, please?
6.
Alright, well,
Okay, so 3 plus 6 is 9.
it
You
still
definitely
kills him.
yeah.
And he needs less.
easily like slice him. The fighter's fun because you can just like kill lots of things.
Fun.
Although the fighter would not have been good against the old worm. Probably.
Okay, so whose turn is it now?
Oh, that was, so it's my
I'll find
turn
him.
actually. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Done.
And then it's
Fire.
you killing or dying now because I can't
Die
even walk
somewhere.
across
Oh,
a
no.
worm.
He's not dead yet.
It
He's
could-
close.
Yeah, what's the sanity left?
Okay, now I do the concoction and heal him.
What do you want, herbs?
You
It's
just
not
just
your
do
turn yet,
So
it.
now you pick up items, and then on the next turn you can like brew a concoction. So he needs your potion. So he's gonna grab your potion, and then you're gonna do a concoction. Here, look at medicine and tonic and figure out what you want to do. I don't want to do it. I'm tired. So like another cocktail.
Do it. Go make a cocktail.
Do you have enough? Wait, I have to pick up every turn. I have to use a turn for everything I pick up.
No. Let's just say you can pick up whatever you want.
What do you-
Let's just call it a managed gear.
Yeah, it's
So that's fine.
Resource 6 to vital stats, plural.
Yeah, I need to fix it. That would be powerful if it restores 6
Why do
to
you
all
hate
3.
everything powerful?
I don't.
You hate everything powerful.
I don't want everything to be overpowered.
It's not.
It needs to
Nothing
be a
is.
delicate balance.
Everything. It's too
I mean,
restrictive.
guacamole, dude.
I mean, like to the managing, like he can walk over there and just sit and stare at his body.
It's a tactical game.
Pick up.
Dungeon delves are tactical, dude. This isn't a roam crawl. This is a dungeon crawl. Think about it.
Well, which one should I do? The first one, the medicine,
Just
or
do a
the?
tonic. Just do a medicine.
No, I'm gonna give him 3 health. Why would I do 1 health when I can do 3 health?
Yeah, just make a medicine.
And then put his chits back wherever he had them.
It doesn't matter. I think we can safely say that we healed the cleric.
Okay, put his health.
We took his shit, we concocted, things are better. His health goes up 3. We saved his ass.
Okay. Okay, like stack him up.
Yeah, he's back up. And let's just get out of here. I say we screw that third villager.
We have to for the objectives.
You don't have to complete all objectives. They're optional. Jason's gonna have to go home at some point, so we should just get out.
Let's
of
just
here.
call it.
Okay,
I think we should call it because he
Okay.
needs to go to work.
let's call it.
We saved you and the game's done.
Let's just see what these were. This was the villager.
Yeah, I would have got an extra.
I would have got it next. Well, somebody would have.
You would not.
I was gonna get it next turn.
You could have actually because you're on your feet again.
Yeah. It's like,
All right, so we basically completed all the objectives. We
You
got all
guys-
3 villagers. We killed the old worm,
And the child.
and we befriended the feral child.
that was like success.
Don't you feel like a sense of accomplishment?
Yeah.
You're always dying
I
in
was
these
very
games.
focused.
You killed the old worm, dude.
You're always
Yeah.
killing and then
You
dying.
like.
You always do that heroic last action.
It was a little easier than I thought it'd be.
Okay, we'll just do a post-mortem as soon as Jason goes home.
Okay. Thanks a lot for indulging me.
Ah, it's fun.
Tomorrow,
This
when
is a
you're
landmark, like 4-player game.
When
It
you-
may never happen again.
when you're dead tired at work tomorrow, I want you to think about this
I was
game.
up even later yesterday. I
Really?
went home and had like 2 rum and cokes.